Hi everyone, welcome back to a new episode of the heartpanorama podcast. I'm your host Michelle, and today's topic is how to build your confidence. As always, remember that any mentions of brands, products, or services in this podcast are only included for discussion purposes and are not paid or sponsored in any way. Recently, I thought about how my self-confidence developed over the years, and I remembered that as a teenager, I was way more insecure than I am now. And I guess maybe we all are a bit more insecure as teenagers. But especially when I look back at what I was like, then I think there are a few things that helped me build my self-confidence throughout the years. A quick disclaimer, what I list now is not based on any data or any research, but just on my personal experience, so maybe the points might help you or maybe not. First of all, I think when I started being more confident, it was when I focused more on my strengths instead of my weaknesses, when I started worrying less about what I couldn't do and acknowledged the things that I actually were able to do. And I think that alone already puts you in a different mindset and makes you present yourself in a different way to other people. Connected to that point, my next advice would be that you should be grateful for what you have instead of longing for things you'll never have, but are realistically not attainable for you. And I think it's just important to appreciate what you actually have, and maybe that makes you feel better about yourself. One major thing that I wish my teenage self would have known is that I should have stopped worrying about what strangers think of me, because why would I wonder what some random people think of me if they don't even know me? And so what? If they judge me, what is the worst thing that could happen? I mean, they could judge me, but it doesn't really affect my life. And I wish I knew that as a teenager. It would have made my life so much easier. Related to that, you should also don't compare yourself to others. I think especially now on social media, it's harder to not compare yourself to others because everyone's just sharing their best sides, and it gets harder to just ignore all the other people and their glamorous lives, or at least the side that they show. And I think that also is a part of what makes you feel like you're not good enough. And the funny thing is that I think when we grow up, we think that other people have it better, but in fact, they are also insecure. And I know that about some friends of mine who, growing up, were presenting themselves quite confidently, and I thought they had it all, or they just were so sure of themselves or felt really secure, not in a bad way, but I actually admired them for it. And later they actually told me that they weren't so sure about themselves. They felt really insecure, and I was quite baffled that from the outside you couldn't see any of it. That's why I say don't compare yourself to others, because you don't know what is happening in their lives and what they don't show. One more thing I'd like to share is that you should believe in yourself and have faith that you can do anything if you set a clear goal and work for it. And I know it sounds corny, but I think it's really true, because I've really seen this advice work so many times. For example, in the gymnastics class that I'm teaching, there are often children who don't really believe in themselves, and they always keep saying, I can't do that, I can't do that. And I keep telling them, stop saying that, because it just puts your mind in that corner where you just think, oh, I don't even have to try. I know that I can't do it. But in fact, if you really believe that you can at some point succeed in doing this or that, then you might actually be able to do it. So there are several times where I told that to kids and they tried harder and they were able to finish their routine or something. So I really believe that this is, even if it sounds corny, but it really works when you tell yourself that at some point you will be able to do that. I think in general, maybe life experience and meeting different kinds of people throughout the years also helps someone grow as a person, because you learn how to react in certain situations. And when I look back at what I was like when I graduated high school at 18, I find it kind of funny how clueless and insecure I actually was when back then my friends and I thought we were grown-ups. In my opinion, accepting yourself for who you are and what makes you happy has a huge impact on how you present yourself in front of other people. But not just how you present yourself to other people, but also how you feel about yourself. This is just some food for thought. I don't know if any of this helps you, but I just really wanted to share my thoughts on this topic. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast episode. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this episode. Feel free to leave a comment down below. For instance, I'd be interested in what you think would help someone build their confidence and what would make them feel less insecure. Please let me know. If you'd like to stay tuned for further episodes, please subscribe and activate the notification bell so you won't miss any episodes. For further information, just check out the links in the description. Until next time, believe in yourself and do what you love. Take care. Bye.